Welcome again to a new lesson of our online course, which is the second part of Business English Communication. This course will cover two terms in business area, work and jobs. In this outline, we aim to provide you with the expression to ask about or to describe types of profession, as well as the word combination with work. So let's get started with the first section. The first thing to start with in this course is to ask the question, what do you do? Before going to explain this part, we should read this paragraph. To find out what someone's job is, you ask, what do you do? Christine talks about her job. I work for a large European car maker. I work on car design. In fact, I run the design department and I manage a team of designers, 20 people work under me. It's very interesting. One of my main responsibilities is to make sure that new model designs are finished on time. I am also in charge of design budgets. I deal with a lot of different people in the company. I am responsible for coordination between design and production. I work with managers at our manufacturing plants. The main purpose of this paragraph is to show you certain vocabulary that have specific meaning in particular context. For example, we have work for, work on. So the preposition here changed the meaning completely from this sentence and here. And we have also under. There are many things that happens to the meaning when we change a particular part or a phrase into a particular context. Good. Here we have a certain questions. Please try to tell us how you reply to them. Okay? The first two expressions, which are how are you and how do you do, are both used in greetings. But the first is used in a friendly way, while the second is more formal. The expected reply in the first sentence here is fine, thanks, and you, as well as you can say I am fine, thank you. But how do you do? The answer should be like this: I am fine, thank you. It shows a kind of respect. What are you doing here is when I want to know the present action being done or what a person is doing in a present time. The answer here is I am reading a book. The last question, which is our main focus in this section, is used to ask someone about his job. Therefore, to reply to this is by saying I am a teacher or I am a student. Let us move to the practical side of vocabulary used in the paragraph above. Nice. Look at the text. Beer is talking about his job. Correct the expression in red color. Here you are required to correct the mistakes made by someone in this text. But we first read the whole paragraph. I am working for a large French supermarkets company. It is an international company and I work about the development of a new supermarkets abroad. In fact, I run in the development department. I am managed for a team looking at responsibility in different countries. It is very interesting. One of my main is to make sure that new supermarkets open on time. I'm also charged with financial reporting. I deal at a lot of different organizations in my work. I'm responsible for planning projects from start to finish. I work closely near our foreign partners, so I travel a lot. Here, the first mistake we have in this sentence is about. And to work in a particular context requires using the preposition for. In fact, I run in. Here there is a mistake in tenses. In the expression we should delete this part and the correct things here is run. I run the development department. Here the sentence is used in this context with unsuitable preposition and auxiliary verb of to be. So the correct things here is just put manage. I manage a team looking at possibility in different country. It is very interesting. One of my main here it's not complicated or we consider this grammatical fragment. Alright? So this is just adjective. And in grammatical expression of possessive adjective, of course it requires a noun. One of my main responsibilities is to make sure that new supermarkets open on time. I'm also charged with. Here there is a missing preposition we need in this place and we should delete here and change it to the preposition of. Nice. So I am also in charge of financial reporting. I deal at, this is the mistake, and we put instead with. I deal with a lot of different organizations in my work. I am responsible of. So the mistake exists in this place. I am responsible for planning project from start to finish. I work closely near our foreign partners. Of course, this is the mistake, and we say with. I work closely with our foreign partners, so I travel a lot. Nice. Whenever we encounter a new word, we find that the same word can be used with different meaning in a particular context. Here are some phrases with work. If you work or have work, you have a job, but you don't say that someone has a work. Here, the mistake is the preposition, but for a job we put a. We have a job. Frank talks about his job. I work in a bank in New York City. I leave for work at 7:30 every morning. I go to work by train and subway. I get to or arrived at work at about 9. I'm usually at work till 6. Luckily, so I am not often off work. The economy is growing fast and more people are in work, have a job than ever before. The percentage of people out of work without a job has fallen to its lowest level for 30 years. I think this paragraph is very clear. Here you are asked to put the right preposition in the right place. Pause the video, answer this exercise and play it again. Complete each gap in the text with one of the prepositions from the previous activities. Rebecca lives in London and works in public relations. She leaves home for work at 7:30 a.m. She drives work. Here, the correct answer that goes with drives and works is, of course, this one. She drives to work. The traffic is often bad and she worries about get. Because we have get here, we should put to. But if we have arriving, we should put at. Nice. Getting to work late, but she usually arrives. Nice. Here we have the verb arrives. She usually arrives at work at around 9. She finishes working quite late. I could never take the time off work. She loves what she does and is glad to be in work. Some of her friends are not so lucky. They are out of work. Great. Here, two types of jobs make two types of work. That is, a full-time job is one for the whole of the normal working week. A part-time job is for less time than that. You see that someone works full-time or part-time. Here we want to describe a job. We describe it by full-time or part-time as an adjective of it. But when it comes to the word work, here as a verb, we put it as an adverb, full-time or part-time. Nice. It describes the action of a verb. Great. To understand this in an easy way, let's talk about full-time and part-time with two different illustrative examples. A teacher and a farmer. Nice. Does the teacher have a fixed time based on a well-organized schedule or not? Of course, yes. In this sense, we consider him as the fact that he has a full-time job or he works full-time. Great. While farmer doesn't have any fixed time or schedule. In this sense, he will always have a part-time job in which he works part-time. Great. For a farmer to have a temporary work, he is not certain of this work, whereas the teacher has permanent work. Hence, a permanent job does not finish after a fixed period. A temporary job finishes after a fixed period. You talk about temporary work and permanent work. Great. Here, try to understand the condition of each person in each sentence and complete the sentence with the words between the brackets. I would prefer to do the first one for you. Here we have from 2 to 6. In this sense, we are talking about time. And to describe a job with time, we use full-time or part-time. And the expression that goes with this, because we have a fixed time, here even we have from 2 to 6 as an organized time. When we talk about an afternoon, it's something an extra for a person to do. And the type of job here is I have a part-time job. Please here try to pause the video, complete the other sentences and play it again. Thank you so much. I will explain here this one. My husband works in an office from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Here we have a fixed time, and it's a kind of fixed time in a particular place. And it's based on schedule. We see he has a full-time job. Our daughter works in a bank from 8 till 5 every day. Here we have the verb work, and we have an expression of time. So the answer here would be she works full-time. I'm David and I work in a coffee from 8 p.m. until midnight. Here it's just an extra work that is done in a particular period, and we have the verb work. We say I work part-time. My wife works in a local government and she can have this job for as long as she wants it. Here we have the condition as long as she wants it. It's of course brings us the feeling of security, which expresses that this job is kind of permanent job. Nice. She has a permanent job. Our son is working on a farm for 4 weeks. He job. For example, here we have a particular period. We don't talk about specific time. And we have the noun of job. Answer would be he has a temporary job. Our daughter is working in an office for 3 weeks. Here we have 3 weeks and we have the verb work. And because we have for 3 weeks, maybe after 3 weeks she will finish her work. Nice. And we say she has temporary work. Great. Please, this task is specially for you. Because of this kind of questions will be useful if you inquire for a particular position. Nice. So if you work, answer the first questions, and if you don't work, answer the second part of questions. But as a student in our course, try to practice the questions and send them to our email. You will find it in the description below. This is the end of this video. We hope our lesson will benefit you at certain business area as a hungry students to become a successful businessman or a businesswoman. Thank you so much.